Dear students, I, Mrs. Neeta Ivle, once again welcomes you. We are studying second chapter, that is functions of management. Students, so far as we have understood five functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and coordinating. Today we are going to start the last function of management, and it is none other than controlling. Actually, we all know the meaning of controlling, right? Similarly, no one will say that he doesn't know the importance of controlling. Is he? Controlling is important in families, in relations, in schools, in community, in country, and so on. While speaking about business organizations, it has an important function of management. All the managers need to manage situations wisely and take corrective actions. Controlling function of management comes to the rescue of the manager here. It helps not only in keeping a track on the progress of activities but also ensures that activities conform to the standards set in advance so that organizational goals are achieved. Controlling is the last and indispensable function of management. Management functions begin with planning and end with controlling. It is an important function of management. Controlling activities means ensuring that activities in an organization are performed as the plans. We had studied planning function. Controlling also ensures that the resources of an organization are being used effectively for the achievement of predetermined goals. The controlling function identifies the deviation of the actual performance from the standards. It also analyzes the causes of such deviations. Not only that, but it enables corrective actions. In the traditional times, control was used mainly when errors were detected. However, in the modern times, controlling includes forcing the action and taking preventive measures at the right time. It is important that they should take in right time. Controlling function is required in all types of organizations, whether profit making or not profit making. Similarly, it is performed at all levels of management. We know the three levels of management, that is top level management, middle level management, and lower level management. The effectiveness of planning function can be determined with the function of controlling. Planning and controlling are major parts of management cycle. It is a function that brings back the management cycle to the planning function. A good control system enables management to verify whether the standards set are accurate and objective. Controlling is a function of comparing the actual performances with predetermined standards. It measures deviation, if any, identifies the cause of deviation, and not only that, it suggests corrective measures. On the other hand, the process of controlling helps in formulation of future plans also. Now, let's see some definitions of controlling. The first definition is given by Dale Henning. He states that control is the process of bringing about conformity of performance with planned action. And the second one is given by Philip Kotler. Control is the process of taking steps to bring actual results and desired results closer together. The definitions are so simple and they states us the importance and the nature of controlling. Let's understand the importance of controlling. Now the first point is fulfilling organizational goals. Students, it is so obvious that all activities in the organization are towards the achievement of goal. Controlling ensures that the resources of an organization are being used effectively and efficiently for the achievement of predetermined goals. Controlling is thus a goal oriented function. Now don't forget that goal oriented function. The controlling function measures progress towards the goals. It points out the deviation, if any, and then indicates corrective action. Therefore, it results in achievement of organizational goals. Controlling is the function of measuring the performance at every possible stage. It thus guides the organization and keeps it on the right track so that organizational goals might be achieved. See what is the next point. The second point is making efficient utilization of resources. The resources are limited in an organization. We know that. So, the management should take care to avoid wastages in hand and use available resources properly. Through various control techniques, a manager seeks to reduce wastage and spoilage of resources. Standards are determined for all the activities of the organization. Every activity is performed in accordance with these predetermined standards. Employees have to follow these standards. This ensures that the resources are used in the most effective manner. That is why we can say that good control system ensures efficient utilization of resources. Now move to the next point of importance. The third point is accuracy of standards. Now friends, till we all understood the importance of setting standards for every activity in business, so that in an organization standards are to be set for each and every activity. But it is most important that standards should be determined carefully. The work should be done with very care, right? They should not underestimated or should not overestimated. The standards should be set only after considering all the internal factors as well as the external factors of the organization. An effective control system helps managers to confirm whether the set standards are accurate or not. An effective control system keeps a watchful check on the changes that takes place in the organization. This helps to review and revise the standards in the light of such changes. Controlling measures are flexible to some extent. So, after reviewing in them according to changing circumstances, they are revised from time to time, which is useful for checking actual performances accurately. Did you understand this point? Let's move further to the fourth point. Now, the fourth point is motivation to employee. That means controlling motivates employees. To complete any task, motivation plays a vital role. Okay, agree. But how can controlling motivates employees? Let's see. For this, an effective control system should be established in the organization is the must. An effective control system helps the employees to know well in advance what is expected from them and also what are the standards of performance. Once the expected targets are achieved, they are considered and they are rewarded with monetary and non monetary incentives. Performances are evaluated, and on that basis, employees are rewarded in the form of increment, in the form of bonuses, or in the form of promotion, etc. In this way, effective controlling motivates employees to give better performance. The fifth point is ensures order and discipline. Controlling function creates an atmosphere of order and discipline in the organization. Discipline is maintained by continuous checking of performances by the supervisors, and preventive actions are taken to minimize the gap between actual and standards. The concerned authorities take preventive action to avoid any deviations. It helps to minimize dishonest and bad behavior on part of employees by keeping a regular check on their activities. It works for reducing unprofessional behavior of the employees. Did you understand why controlling is the function of order and maintaining discipline? Now, the sixth point is facilitates coordination. The system of control are designed in such a manner that they concentrate not only on operating responsibilities of a manager but also on his ultimate responsibilities. In the other words, controlling is a function in which the roles and responsibilities of all departmental managers and the subordinates are designed clearly. All the activities of different departments are dependent on each other, right? Good relations between the head of the departments can lead to effective coordination between them so that they can help each other in monitoring derivations in their respective department. This will ensure that the deviations from the plan can be identified and corrective action can be taken. Therefore, one can say that controlling facilitates coordination. Let's have this seventh point. The seventh point is psychological pressure. What? Psychological pressure? How is it advisable? Wait students, it is about moderate degree of stress. To succeed, it is advisable to have some degree of stress. You will also agree it. This is also applicable in an organization. Control creates a psychological pressure on the employees to perform better. Performance of each individual is evaluated with the target given to them, and every individual is aware that his performance will be evaluated. So, he is likely to give his best. Employees are also pressurized to achieve the results according to the standards set for them. This psychological pressure works as a motivational factor for employees to give them best performance. Got it? Now, the next, that is eighth point, is ensures efficiency and organizational effectiveness. The standards are fixed for the activities in the organization. The work is to be done in time at minimum cost. A good control system ensures organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Many factors of control, such as motivating managers, making managers responsible, achieving coordination, etc., all result in ensuring that organization functions effectively. An organization is said to be effective if it is able to achieve the desired results in a specific time. Don't forget that the results should be achieved in a specific time. Now, the ninth point is builds good corporate image. Do you know what is called corporate image? Corporate image of an organization means the way in which an organization appears to the public and the opinion that public have about it. Controlling function helps in bringing goodwill and building a corporate image of the organization. It is very important to survive in the society. Through controlling, overall performance of the organization is measured in terms of planned standards and actual performance. Deviations are detected and corrective measures are applied and desired results can be obtained. This enables the progress of the business. Controlling function helps to improve the overall performance of the organization. Minimum deviation in predetermined standards and actual performance results into the progress of business. It can be achieved with the help of only proper control. The build good corporate image and brings goodwill for the business. Let's have the last point, that is 10th point, and it is act as a guide. Controlling act as a guide from the beginning to the end. The information system of an organization is designed on the basis of the control system. Every manager has information about the standards and are expected to be maintained by them and the organizational objectives they are supposed to achieve. The control system provides guidelines and directions to the managers in case of any deviation so that results can be achieved. Controlling function provides set of standard performances. Managers as well as subordinates work according to it. Wherever necessary, they can take the help of these standards and can achieve desired results. Thus, controlling function act as a guide for everyone in the organization. The steps taken for controlling an activity guide the management while planning the future activities too. Now, we understood all the points. Let's have a quick review of today's learning. Today we understood the importance of controlling. We studied the first point, that is fulfilling organizational goals. Second, making efficient utilization of resources. Third, accuracy of standards. Fourth, motivates employees. Fifth, ensures order and discipline. Sixth, facilitates coordination. Seventh, psychological pressure. Eighth, ensures efficiency and organizational effectiveness. Ninth, builds good corporate image. And the last one is act as a guide. Students, hope you got all the points and clearly understood all the functions of management. Thank you for watching attentively.